Listen to the JT Sports Podcast on all podcasting platforms and leave a 5-star review.
Tennessee went on the road to Death Valley and terrorized LSU 40-13. Now, this game pretty much was over from the opening kickoff. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. I'm being 100% honest when I make that statement. Because LSU literally fumbled the opening kickoff, which was recovered by Tennessee, which led to Tennessee's offense scoring a quick touchdown. And after that, all you saw was the scoreboard blinking with Tennessee scoring more touchdowns than points. Tennessee scored on 8 out of 11 of their offensive possessions in this game. Hendon Hooker went 17 of 27, 239 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns. Not only that, but Tennessee outgained LSU on the ground, 263 rushing yards to 55. And how about this? Tennessee's defense, right? The thing that all of us have been asking about. Man, if Tennessee's going to try to beat Alabama or Georgia, they got to have some defense. And they don't have any. Well, people, they had some defense in this game. Oh my goodness. LSU's offense could not get anything. Literally. This game was more about Tennessee sending a statement than it was LSU getting blown out by Tennessee. You see, Tennessee in this game, to me, looked like they came out to send a message to Alabama, the reigning, defending SEC champions from last year. You see, this is a Tennessee team that went into Death Valley, a place that LSU doesn't lose a lot, and plus a place that LSU doesn't get blown out a bunch in, and yet Tennessee made easy work of them. I can't remember the last time I saw LSU get dominated this badly at home since when Alabama and Nick Saban rolled into town and changed the way they thought. And boy, this Tennessee team right now is clicking on all cylinders. And if you're an Alabama fan, you're a 9-point favorite in this game. I definitely feel like you should be treating this game as if you're an underdog. Because if Bryce Young doesn't play, I don't really think Alabama has a chance to win. Because Tennessee's offense, we already know about it. But now, they showed us that they can play some defense. Tennessee is a scary team right now. And what's even more crazy is that this season, we get to see Tennessee play Alabama and Georgia in the same year. And I think that they have a chance to win at least one of those games. Because this offense is legit. They got a legitimate quarterback in Hendon Hooker, who definitely should be your Heisman frontrunner right now. You have a defense that's playing on fire. And I understand that LSU is a team that starts out slow in the first half. I understand that LSU is not a offensive powerhouse. However, they do have a really good defense and a really good pass rush. And Tennessee made easy work of it. Easy work. Now, their defense did hold Tennessee's offense to a couple of field goals. But Tennessee just was unstoppable in this game. And for LSU going forward, this is just one of those losses that you just got to take on the chin. And if you're a fan, you don't really talk about it when you see some of your buddies at work and stuff. It's just one of those losses that you just kind of, rip up, ball up, throw it in the trash, and just kind of sneak off like it never happened. Like, you ever tripped out in public and everybody's staring at you laughing, and then you just try to play it off like it ain't happened, trying to be all cool? that's what you got to do if you're an LSU fan after this loss. And I mean, you can't talk no trash for at least 3 more days after this. Because, I mean, Tennessee just went into Death Valley and gave Brian Kelly and LSU an attitude adjustment. A rock bottom to the bottom of the barrel. Because, I mean, Brian Kelly and LSU in this game just looked unprepared. They just didn't look like they deserved to be on the same field as Tennessee. But Tennessee is one of the best teams in college football, at least right now. And LSU is a program that is still on the come up. And LSU still probably is going to be a 7-8 win team by the end of this year. Probably maybe a 9-win team. But LSU still is a pretty good team. If you're an LSU fan watching this, I know you've been hearing me make jokes for the last couple of minutes about you and stuff. But LSU, if you're a fan, don't be too upset about this loss. Don't take it too tough because you still are a really good team. Don't forget that if you want to feel better, you did beat Mississippi State not too long ago by a pretty significant margin. So you definitely can feel good about that. It's just you're facing a Tennessee team that just came in with bad intentions. And they came in wanting to do more than just play football, but they wanted to send a message to Alabama. They wanted Alabama to see the carnage and wreckage that was on the field in Death Valley. And they wanted Alabama to look, and they wanted them to stare, and they wanted to point at them. And they said, you, Alabama, you're next. And it's funny because it was Tennessee fans on Twitter going crazy saying, we want Bama. And you know what Bama fans say? Everybody says we want Bama until you get Bama. And then you get Bama, and it's not a good outcome. But I think this time, Tennessee this year isn't saying we want Bama just to say we want Bama. I think Tennessee really wants Bama. And I think that Tennessee wants Bama because they know that this year they might have a good opportunity to slay the beast. Because, I mean, this team against LSU looked really good. And like I mentioned, I know LSU isn't an offensive juggernaut, but that defense with that pass rush is really good. And Tennessee, which is whipping, snapping up and down the field like they was throwing the football on air. So this is it for this episode of the JT Sports Podcast. I appreciate you guys for tuning into this episode. Make sure that you check out the JT Sports Podcast, available on all podcasting platforms: Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, wherever you get your podcasts from. The JT Sports Podcast is available, and I will see you guys shortly with another episode.